Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday. I've got to stop doing this. I really got to stop filming the day. That was a lot of strawberries. The day before the video goes live, but that's okay. It's the way life is going right now, and consistency over everything else. Anyway, how are you doing? How has your week been? I've been doing very well. Busy, but well. And I did, however, already mess up for today because I am supposed to make our pizza dough for pizza night tomorrow night. And it's new. The schedule that I'm keeping, it's different than what I've kept in the past because our house is warmer now. I've talked about it in another vlog. And I didn't feed the starter last night. So I just fed her now. And I'm just gonna have to bring all the dough supplies with me when I go to take my son to school and make pizza dough on the go. Ha! That's funny. I don't know why that made me laugh. I need more coffee. I need more sleep. Anyway, let's make some breakfast. Let's get this day started. It's a very busy day of work, but also meal planning, grocery shopping, all of those things. I had some interest from my last video where I discussed my weight loss journey to discuss how I plan my meals and all of that. Hey, y'all good? It's always something. Oh dear. Go! Anyway, so I will share how I get all that done here in this video. But anyway, breakfast first because I'm starving. If you saw my last video, then you'll know that I wanted to try the chocolate Catalina Crunch next, and several bowls in, I can confirm it is everything dreams are made of. It's exactly what I hoped it would be. It's so good. This bowl is literally like eating dessert for breakfast, which I'm not usually a sweet for breakfast kind of person, but this is really good. Yeah. That alarm means it's only just now 8 o'clock. I feel like I've lived a whole life already, and it's only 8 o'clock. Any other moms feel me on that? Like, do you feel me? That like by 8, you need like a whole day reset already? Okay, I'm not alone. Great.
Turn on.
All right, I'm at a good stopping point for work. Also, yes, I sit like a crazy person in a chair. It's something I'm working on, except not really, because I'm literally just now going crisscross. Okay, I'm at a stopping point for a hot minute. I'm waiting for people to get back to me. So now I'm gonna move on to meal planning and grocery shopping. I do all, primarily, I guess I can't say all because there are some things nowadays that I have to go into a store for, but I do primarily order pickups. One, I find it to be super convenient. Oh shoot. Yes, buddy? Sorry, I forgot to do something. So I think I'm gonna have to make a trip. What? That went to work.
And make more dogs. And make more Legos.
Yes.
Why?
So we've entered the Y phase of things, and my niece, who is also my son's favorite person in the world, just got a job. And he was asking why. And we told him that she got a job so she can make some dollars because dollars buy things. And he wasn't really understanding, so we were trying to put it into terms that he could understand. And right now he's very into Legos. And so we told him that, you know, you need dollars to buy Legos. So now when he knows that daddy goes to work, that daddy is going to make more dollars. And he has since, like, just translated that to mean that dad goes to work to make more Legos.
What, Dad?
Hi, Mom. Oh my goodness, Oki's wearing a helmet. That's silly. And then we're gonna have to make a trip into town before we go to other town this morning, which puts a bit of a wrinkle in our day, but that's okay. We will make it work. Hold on. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Order pickups. I find them convenient. Hey buddy, can you bring that in the other room while I'm doing this? Because that's really loud. I would make apologies for the noise and the chaos happening in the background, but if you hear, it's probably because you are also a parent of some sort. You're also likely a work from home, stay-at-home parent, or even just a stay-at-home parent. Therefore, the chaos in the background is just standard. And if I were to wait for that to for things to always be quiet, I feel like that would paint a picture that is not true. And that is not what we do here. We are a very realistic channel. And it's constant interruptions, it's constant noise, it's battles and timeouts and deep breaths and all of the things. Put the cat down. Put him down. Nope, put him down. 1, 2, 3, put him down. 1. If I get to 3, you're gonna be punished. Thank you for putting him down gently. What I was trying to say. Grocery pickup. Thank you.
If you want play, Mom.
It saves money. It's efficient. It's convenient. That's all I was trying to tell you. But again, if you're a parent, you probably already know this. I do grocery pickup. So it makes it easy for me to plan meals, throw my groceries into like a running list on either Instacart for Aldi, or I do Walmart or Target. I have a section of my Notion that's called My Kitchen, which houses a lot of the recipes that I use. I go between there and the cookbooks that I've been using. I have been trying my best to filter through the cookbooks and move any of the recipes that I enjoy the most into my kitchen section in my Notion. To be organized takes work, and to be organized and to do that work takes time, which I don't always have, even though the time I spend organizing will save me time in the future. So I'm doing my best to invest in those little pockets of time where I can. I've not always done a great job of that, so not everything is in my kitchen quite yet, but it's getting there. I also, this is gonna blow your mind hole, something I've recently started doing. I use the Michaela Thomas cookbooks. We've talked about this. This is not news. I use I couldn't remember the name of it the last time, but it is the Balanced Bites cookbook and the Holy Grail cookbooks are the two that I currently have. There are a lot of recipes in both that are staples in my life at the moment. They're delicious, they're easy, they are full of ingredients that you are already buying. They're not specialty items that you have to go to some type of specialty store and spend $9 on an ingredient that you're gonna use once only to not like the recipe in the end. They're very practical cookbooks. I also like the fact that it's a lot of like bulk making of things that then you can use interchangeably within different meals throughout the week. So that's always a handy thing too. Something I've started doing, which kind of blew my mind and has since blown the minds of people whom I've shared this with. I have uploaded the cookbooks into ChatGPT. I tell ChatGPT, hey, these are my caloric goals, my protein goals. Can you please help me create a meal plan for breakfast, lunch, and dinners? Wow. With those goals in mind, using these cookbooks, feel free to have certain meals repeated for leftovers. And it creates the meal plan for me. It's crazy. I haven't necessarily needed to do it for lunches and dinners for lunches and breakfasts as of late, because I'm hyper fixated on the yogurt parfait bowl. And I'm still pretty hyper fixated on the salad that I think I've shared here before, but it's just like my salad of life. Like, it's pretty much any salad ingredients, but the difference is that there's a salad dressing, again, featured in the Michaela Thomas cookbook. The base of it is Greek yogurt. You add in a little bit of pickle juice, hot sauce, and ranch seasoning to taste. I make a big batch of it, so I don't know that I could share like the actual recipe for it, but I'll link the cookbook down below that I got the recipe initially from. I'll see if she maybe has a TikTok where it's involved too, so you can get the actual measurements in there. You guys know this by now if you've been hanging out, that I do a lot of things by heart, like when it comes to cooking, meaning like we just test and change and try and go as we move along. So that's also why I've created like the kitchen part of my Notion, because a lot of times I'll make something, kind of make it up as I go, or I'll take inspiration from a recipe and then just kind of riff off of that. And then it's the best thing you've ever eaten, and then I can never remember what I did. And a friend actually just made a request for my creamy jalapeno dip, like the Chewy's dupe recipe. And I was like, oh, I can see if I can make it for you. I don't remember what I did, but I'll try. So that's the whole point of the kitchen, is that I can capture those thoughts. Anyway, I'm rambling, my battery's dying. I will be right back. Okay, so I am going to upload the cookbook. And say, using this cookbook, please create a 5-day dinner meal plan, keeping the calories under 500 per meal. Because I have my lunches and breakfasts already kind of like planned out, so that's what we're gonna do. It's still uploading, so I'm gonna wait a hot second for it to be done uploading. Leave out the smash burger bowl and the white chicken roll-ups. These, I just made those last week. And there we go. So the first day they want us to do the garlic parm chicken bowl. Then we have a fiesta burger bowl, and you can see it like breaks down the macros for me. And then a lazy girl burrito bowl. Wow. And a barbecue chicken bowl. And then a lemon chicken pasta bowl. So that's all of the meals. I'm gonna swap some of these out because some of these are not my faves. So I'm gonna keep the garlic parm chicken bowl and the lazy burrito bowl. And the rest I'm actually gonna swap out because we're doing the smash burger bowl. So I don't need that. And I'm going to use this recipe here. Let's see. I want this. I want to do the voodoo chicken fries. I don't have the recipe added in here yet, but she made a video on it. So I'll link that down below. And then I'm also gonna make Mississippi meatballs. I really just wanted to do that as like an example for you guys to see, because I did need some ideas, but I'm also gonna make Mississippi meatballs that I like to make over potatoes, and my kid really enjoys that, so that's really easy for us to make, plus it makes a lot of food. And I want to do the kickin' chicken french fries. What is it? Voodoo chicken fries, whatever it is. So then what I do is I add those into my meal plan in my Notion. Okay, so really this is taking us into the rest of the week. So for tonight, we're doing the smash burger casserole. Tomorrow we do pizza, of course. Saturday will be leftovers, or we'll likely go out. I don't really know, but we may go out on Saturday. Sunday, I'm doing buffalo chicken wraps, which are rotisserie chicken with buffalo sauce and that Parmesan garlic. I think it's Buffalo Brothers, or maybe it's Buffalo Wild Wings buffalo sauce mixed together, and then lettuce and like veggies and all that kind of stuff, avocado, and a Laughing Cow cheese. It's really good. And then Monday, I'll do the Mississippi meatballs. Tuesday, the lazy burrito bowl. Wednesday, the voodoo chicken fries. And then we'll be back here next Thursday planning our meals again. So I'll let you get an idea of what that looks like right here.
What, Mom?
Yes, sir. Whoa, that's cool. Well done, bud. So now what I do with that information is I know what I have in my fridge, I know what I have in my pantry. Knowing what meals I'm gonna make, I'm going to basically price compare between Aldi and Walmart, because those two tend to kind of rival each other in which store has the cheapest version of the item. And surprisingly, it's gonna break your heart a little bit if you are a die-hard Aldi person like I used to be. Like, to the point, there was a period of time in our marriage where if it were not for Aldi, we would have gone hungry. Aldi is not consistently the cheapest anymore. And in some cases, they are unnecessarily more expensive, and that's That's a little disappointing. Walmart has been beating them out quite a bit lately. We have to shop where the deal is best. And that's just the reality of life, I feel like, for most people. So, okay, let me get our groceries rolling, get those ordered so that they are ready for us to pick up while my son is at school. You're not new here. It's a marathon. It's always a marathon. And then the kiddo fell asleep in the car on the way home, which is kind of a dicey move. It's kind of dicey. But I let him sleep for a few minutes, so now I'm real behind on like everything. I managed to get the dough doughing at my mom's. I also ate my lunch, which you guys saw, and picked up all of the groceries, which now I need to unpack and get where those need to go, and also simultaneously make dinner. I was planning on making smash burgers tonight, like the smash burger casserole from Michaela Thomas. I don't know if I have time for that, if I'm being honest. I feel like I probably have more time than I'm giving myself credit for. At this exact moment, I'm feeling like I don't, but maybe I should just stop yapping and start doing, and maybe I'll have more time. Thank God for leftovers. So I've just thrown some Brussels in the air fryer and toasted up some cauliflower rice. We're just gonna have leftover white chicken roll-ups because the Tot's eating his leftover mac and cheese and some strawberries. We are in the season of toddlerhood where there are a lot of big feelings, like bigger feelings than normal. And out of proportion responses to very simple things. And so we just spent the last 50 minutes coming back down. We were laying on the nugget, cuddling, and he wanted me to sing him a song. We rested, and now we're in the middle of a dance party. So we're just doing leftovers for our dinner. Alexa, resume music. Ignore the cups on the nightstand. I know I'm not alone in that. I'm also not alone. I am certain in the fact that by the time you like tick off all the things on your to-do list, everybody is fed, you have showered, the kid is handed off to dad duty for bath and bed. The only thing that I have the will to do at that point is climb into bed. That's it. I have very little will to do much else. I'll read for like 15, 20 minutes and then I'll likely fall asleep. It is currently 7:04. In a realistic world, most people would be awake for at least 2 more hours. I'd like to say that would be me. I'm not sure that's true. I don't know that that's true. It has just been a marathon of a day. That being said, given what happened this evening with food and my meal planning and all of that stuff, I went to the grocery store. I had all the food. I had everything we needed to do what needed to be done for dinner tonight. And I know when it comes to like sticking to goals, everyone makes it sound like it's just so simple. Like just make sure you've planned and you da-da-da-da-da. Yes, that is true. I don't know if the people we've been getting that advice from are parents who are keeping their children home full-time and working full-time and traveling 40 minutes to and from where they go to school, where they only go to school for less than the amount of time that it takes you to drive there and back. I have my reasons for him being in it. I just feel like the day is a nonstop marathon, and I am the kind of person that plans and keeps my goals pretty hard and fast. Hard and fast, is that the right way to describe that? I don't think so. I actually don't know that I know what that really means. Anyway, I'm somebody that generally is pretty dedicated to my goals once they've been set, but I struggle a lot with the concept of the fact that I like structure and I like my plans to go according to plan. I think most people do. I don't do very well when those things get thwarted or life goes off the rails, which has been super interesting because life for the last 2.5 years at least has very much looked like things constantly going off the rails just because of the way raising a neurospicy tiny human can be. And it would have been really easy to just go off track for tonight. So my advice to you, because these kinds of nights are going to happen. They're going to happen if you're a parent, or even sometimes if you're not a parent. Sometimes you have a crazy day at work and by the time you get home, you've lost the will to live. That's real. I get it. Meal prep if you can. That's not always possible for us. I definitely make food that leaves us leftovers that I don't always necessarily have a plan for, which can lead to some food waste, which is not ideal. We don't often have it, but we do sometimes have it. A lot of times it comes into play on evenings like this, or for instance, last night, my kiddo and I had to grab food out and the husband had leftovers. I would also recommend, depending on where you live, know the quick options in and around your home and go ahead and future-proof. Plan out different things that you can get at different fast food restaurants or at Subway or wherever, the local diner that you and your family tend to go to. Take some time, plan out the things that you can easily fall back on if you need to. Crucial. The kid and I had McDonald's last night and I did not go off plan and I still ate French fries. I was starving when I woke up this morning because it definitely wasn't as filling as, a nutrient-dense meal would have been, but I'm just saying, excuse you, there are definitely ways to stick to your plan when the plan goes off the rails, and that would just be something that I recommend. Have stuff in your freezer that's easy to pull out and pop in the microwave if you need to, or the air fryer. Hold on, let me let this dog lay down. Okay, can you lay down? May I help you? Anyway. That's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you resonated with this content, good Lord, this is not gonna be, Anyway, if you resonated with this content at all, or you just feel like we are people that could get along with one another, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and let me know what is your go-to, in an emergency pinch meal. It doesn't necessarily have to be weight loss friendly. And when I say weight loss, I know I'm more so on a journey to get in the best shape of my life. And that does in some ways involve some weight loss. But anyway, with all that said, I'll see you guys all again very, very soon. Bye.